You mentioned Amari Cooper coming back from that core muscle injury. This is from the Game Day NFL. Most receiving yards in the NFL since 2018. Devontae Adams, number one with 6,800 plus yards. Tyreek Hill, 6,500 plus is 2. Kelsey, almost 6,500 is 3. Amari Cooper, 8th most since 2018, over 5,500 yards. I've said it a couple of times. I think people are underestimating and underrating Amari Cooper because he's not a guy that sits there and tells everybody how great he is as a wide receiver.
He is the equivalent to what Nick Chubb is at running back. You just don't get much out of him. And it makes certainly a pleasure to cover. Certainly makes him a pleasure to watch. And I think one thing you have to talk about when you're talking about it with Amari is that it's already been over 3 stops. So, it's getting acclimated to a new offensive system. It's getting acclimated to a new quarterback. And, last year it was not getting acclimated to one quarterback. It was getting acclimated to 2 quarterbacks for one season. So, the guy has been through a lot, and still to be able to put out and put up that type of production year in, year out. The Browns are, certainly pleased with him. Maybe a little bit of his production comes off this year. We'll see, though, because there is going to be just a general overall uptick in passing yards, I think, anyway. So maybe he still gives you the same statistical production. But, you have Donovan, you have Elijah Moore. I think this offense is not going to force anything to anybody. It's going to find the open guy, and that's who's going to get the ball. And we'll see, maybe early in the season, the coverage is going to be a little tighter on Amari Cooper until people see that Elijah Moore can do it on a more consistent basis than the regular season basis. To see that Donovan Peoples-Jones can have a little bit more success with Deshaun Watson than he did last year with Jacoby Brissett. But no, Amari Cooper, it's just quiet and goes about his business. Unlike most wide receivers, he's usually he's just a quiet player on the field. I don't mean that about his play, but he's, not the guy that's, celebrating every reception. He's not screaming for a flag because, somehow, some way he didn't catch a pass. Just goes about his business, smooth, silky, quiet. And, I think for a team that's had a lot of, loudness out of players where they never had the production, I think the fact that they're getting a little bit of white noise now at some skill player positions is probably something they are truly, truly enjoying.